by the Tigers too, so they'll surrender possession here. The Tigers, they hoping they would get clear possession there, but instead it'll go back to the Hunters. They're always a little bit short on that left side, so good work here by the dummy half in Perura to come down that side. They just couldn't capitalise on what was initially a 2-on-1. The Tigers now will have to withstand another 6-tackle onslaught deep inside their own territory. The defence has been pretty good so far. They'll need to maintain that. You've got to defend your errors. You cannot allow a side just to pick up the points.
Well, this is a great opportunity for PNG. Let's see if they can take it through the hands of Simon out to the hard-running Willie Minoga. Finally put on the ground. They are within, very much within the red zone here, attacking the Hunters as Mucky hits and spins, but he runs into Grote, who's equal in size, a little bit taller as well, and rolls him on his back, slows him up. Out of dummy half, Puara to Boas, and straightening it up is Putt. Tigers have got the numbers still there. Puara goes wider, Boas again, and Grote's all over him. Grote got up very quick there for a big man, led the charge. Puara to the left, and it intercepted and taken this time by Walters. Drinkwater had somehow overrun him, I don't know how, and Walters wanted to pass but couldn't. But the Tigers off the hook with their second intercept, so they're getting in amongst the PNG attackers, and PNG denied.
Best I've seen the Tigers defend this year. Goal line defence is absolutely critical. You can't afford to make the slightest error, and the Tigers have been very strong in that department. In the middle of the intercept ultimately got them away from their line, but there was some strong defence leading up to that. Another penalty now going to the Tigers for holding down or staying down in the play, the ball not getting up quickly enough.
Gavin, PNG, a number of attacking opportunities, haven't been able to take them.
Yeah, look, they have, and I agree with David. You know, the Tigers' defence not always renowned for their defence, of course, or the attacking side of things, but very sound. Very impressed with Matt Grote. You mentioned that he might be coming back into a bit of fitness. It looks like he certainly is, and getting up off the line and getting heavily involved in this game.
Now, Kerry takes the tap for the Tigers, and Grote takes it forward aggressively. Good strong run. Kerry dummy half. Kafusi through the hands to Grenke. Brett Grenke running strongly, legs pumping. 15 out, centre field. Walters dummy half. Olds wider to Drinkwater. Lovely pass, and McAnally goes for the corner. McAnally's going all the way. Brilliant try by Jared McAnally. Nicely worked again. Olds to Drinkwater to McAnally. Finished beautifully. The PNG defence scrambling to try and control the winger, and they just couldn't do it. Over he goes, and the Tigers lead 10 points to 2 after 24 minutes.
Great link work by Scott Drinkwater. He was the link man in the last pass for the first try by the right winger when he put Link Port over. This time, he's the link man off the Ollie Olds pass to fire it out to Jared McAnally, the skipper, and he had to do a lot of work to score that try. But again, the good work from Scott Drinkwater, fired that pass, and it's all about giving that winger as much time as they possibly can, and he needed every bit of it. I reckon any delay in getting that ball, it was bullet-like, any delay was likely to mean McAnally would have been bundled into touch. So the Tigers, back-to-back tries, after some strong defence on their own try line, they defended their error, and then they came back down the other end off the back of a penalty. And again, their attacking prowess. Walters working the dummy half role. Didn't initially get an opportunity to fire a quick pass from dummy half because there was somebody lying in the ruck, but he still got around them, fired the pass out to Ollie Olds, and then through to Drinkwater. McAnally.
Drinkwater from the sideline, he misses. He got one from this sideline, he misses that sideline. But good try for the Tigers, and Gavin, it looks as if what the Tigers picked up on last week against Wynnum is continuing today out wide. They look good.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Warren. You know, the Tigers look very sharp in attack. You know, the best we've seen them look all season. You know, when we've done most of, all of their games, all of their home games anyway. So you know, they've been a bit lacklustre in the past, but looking really sharp on both sides. You know, very impressed with Scott Drinkwater, as we've said in previous calls. Beautiful left to right pass for the first try and a right to left pass for the second try. So, you know, not not unusual that they have these skills these days because they do so much practice. Interesting, boys. The Tigers only running at 50% as well. They're 6 from 12, so they'll be looking to improve that. And there's been 8 penalties in the game, so hopefully the ref puts his whistle away and we see some footy.
The Tigers have it from the kickoff. The Hunters down 10 points to 2 here. 13 minutes till half time, and here's a chance for Link Port out wide. Tried to slice through, but well defended in the end. That was Thompson Tete making the tackle. Now it's with Patrick Kafusi. Walters, nice pass, gets them going forward. Olds cuts out a man. Drinkwater down the short side. Away goes McAnally again. Comes away from the sideline. Runs into the arms of the Hunters, who are starting to feel the pressure now. The ball movement from the Tigers is testing them on the fringes. Olds. Grenke. Has been one of the Tigers' best all season, and he's gone down awkwardly there. Could be a penalty.
Yep.
He's been lifted and driven head first into the ground.
Just a combination of forces there. I think once you get multiple players in, it's not necessarily intentional that they're trying to upend the player, but a combination, one trying to pull down, the other lifting, can create that tipping action. Now the Tigers with another great chance to go straight on the attack. Up there to Svensson, just settles it. And as you say, Warren, the Tigers are starting to find some gaps in the defence with this good ball movement. Brody Croft fires it up to Drinkwater. Drinkwater's got plenty of defence confronting him on that occasion. Couldn't offload either. Up to Croft. Croft throws the dummy out to Walters. Walters up then to Grenke. Grenke a couple of metres out. The defence strong here by the Hunters. They'll need to hold here. They're down by 2 tries already. Up this time to Ollie Oles. Fires the pass up there to Chase Blair. Comes back in the inside searching, but some strong defence in the middle again. So this is better defence by the Hunters. Svensson up there to Croft. Croft out to Drinkwater again. Up there to Carey. Back on the inside. Pass going astray. Picked up by the Hunters. And the chance was there. Carey just couldn't make it. I don't know who it was the last tackle. Threw a pass back on the inside in hope. And the Hunters, well, they've done well to defend their line.
Yeah, I picked up the pen, ready to write down another try to the Tigers there, looking very dangerous when Carey had the ball. Hunters managed to come away with it, but trailing 10-2 and really just not... Oh, here's a chance right up the middle, a break from Wera. Away he goes downfield, Alex Wera. Has he got support? It's hard to find. He kicks ahead, but it's rebounded, and the Tigers have got it. Drinkwater's got it back in his hands, and in fact the kick ahead would have provided a real opportunity there. The chaser was held on his heels. Well done by Drinkwater, because it just didn't rebound off him. Wasn't kicked. He actually put a foot out to block that kick, and was then good enough to regather the little block he did. That saved the day. It was threatening to be a try at one end, so Drinkwater involved in setting up tries, but also saving them. Here's a chance. Oh, Croft goes across field, goes all the way to Port. Thought if someone had straightened it up a little bit earlier, they had the numbers there, 4 on 3. Croft back inside to Kafusi, and now Ash Little's on the field. Number 15, 5th tackle. And Croft kicking for the sideline. Don't quite understand the tactic. The Tigers have got their tails in the air at the moment. 10-2, they're leading, and the Hunters are definitely on the rack. I just don't understand why you'd kill it off there. Gavin, what do you make of that? Yeah, look, it's perhaps a little unusual. I thought, that attacking play before when Croft was right in front of me here, I thought he'd done enough to put Link Port away down a very, very skinny short side, but Link just dropped in underneath just at that last moment. So look, both the front rowers for the Tigers just getting a rest. Grote and Grenke both had outstanding starts to this match, and part of the reason that East have that go forward to be able to attack off the back of it. PNG win the scrum, but deep in their own territory, and no way through. That break made a moment ago by Alex Wera when I was just about to say that for all the structure they were putting together, the Hunters hadn't really looked like breaking through the Tigers' defence, and words were, they weren't even out of my mouth, and Wera proved me wrong. But, now, Hunters back in their own territory. Penalties have hurt them in this first half, there's no doubt about that. He's lucky. 10 short of halfway. Now, Charging strongly. They've got some of their replacements out on the field now. That's Mackenzie Yeh. Kick from Boas, who seems to be moving okay despite that earlier ankle injury. Like a high ankle sprain for him. And he runs it back, and there's Silas Kahuna, number 14, in his way, along with Alu. Linkport goes for a run, tried to show the ball inside to create some doubt. Didn't work on that occasion. McAnally up the middle. Oh, good tackle. Thompson comes in. Now with Little on the field, playing dummy half, and Walters has reverted to a 5/8 role, or a left-hand side in the halves. So interesting tactics from Scott Sipple late in the half to send Walters back to his regular 5/8 role. Little climbs off the tackle. Kahuna gets it out on the right-hand side for the Hunters. And strong run now from Alu up to halfway, but good tackle. Svensson just holds his shoulder though after that tackle. Ploughing his way up the middle is Stanton Albert. The Hunters 40 metres out, running out of tackles though. On the right, Simon back inside to the strong running Willie Minoga. Put down. On the 5th tackle now. Up it goes from Simon. This is a pretty good bomb. Chase is coming through. Challenge in the air. Dropped forward by Port. There was plenty of traffic, hands in the air, and it put him off. Linkport couldn't hang on to it. They didn't really put a big challenge to the ball there, the Hunters, but they did enough to distract him. Yeah, it was always going to be awkward for Linkport. There was players coming toward him. He would have been well aware of that, and once he was first to it, didn't get a clean take. I'm not sure he might have initially knocked it backwards and could have got away with this. And let's have a look. It's gone back for mine, and then there's a little fumble subsequent to that, I think. Yeah, that little touch there. As Mackenzie Yeh just jumped in the air as he went past Port and put him off. So they've got a scrum feed 10 metres out. We've got 6 minutes till half time. Weira. He's looked dangerous, Alex Weira. He was the one who made the big bust before, but he's looked dangerous each time he's chimed in. Tigers claiming he'd lost the ball before he played it, but it's play on. Can they take this territorial advantage and turn it into points? Stanton Albert, it's very solidly built. Here it comes, Boas back on the inside, and it's a good strong run too from Yeh. He's a strapping second row. A bit of height, he's gone over but held up. Well done by the Tigers. They're showing some real determination. Previous weeks they've leaked points close to their try line. They'll need to keep it going here. Boas to the right. Simon. Nice work. Weira wrapping around. Coming back through is Willie Minoga. Got the pass, but intercepted by McAnally. To Walters now. The Tigers throwing it dangerously close to their line. It's all over the place, but they've dived on it, and all the play was backwards, so they got away with it. But that's risky play by the Tigers. Oh, huge risk there in trying to react and respond to what was pretty much an intercept, and then close interchange of passes so close to your try line. You had the third intercept we've seen from the Tigers inside their own 20. Yeah, and there could have been another counter intercept by the Hunters, the way the Tigers were initially throwing it around. At least they've got it back up to the 40-metre line. So they've got Billy Walters now going up over the halfway line. Does well to stand and offload. Back to Walters. Walters able to stand again. Oh, here's trouble for Brody Croft. Spotted the defence. Dodges around. Comes out the back. Turns it back on the inside. Kafusi wasn't expecting it, but did well to hold. Well, they're certainly doing plenty of running some lines and angles. They're not easy to predict, the Tigers. Croft again dashes away from the man, tries to come up and he throws a dummy. Oh, that's a dummy he shouldn't have thrown. Wow, was that Minoga? I think Tete. Was it? It might have been Tete too, the number 3, Thompson Tete. Yes.
I
Puts his shoulder into that.
I think Brody thinks there's 4 of them coming at him.
There. Don't throw dummies. Here it is. Have a look at it. Brody Croft does well to evade the first. He's got a bit of support.
Crash test dummy. Kaboom. That exploded off his chest.
Dentures.
Nice little bit of work down the left-hand side there in the lead-up to that raid from Michael Egan, who we haven't called that many times, but on the left-hand side he got a good pass away.
Tigers are playing a very flamboyant style of play. Not sure it necessarily wants that absolute carefree at the moment. The Hunters are still strong in defence. They're not an easy get here.
4 minutes till half-time, 10-2 in favour of the Tigers. And Charlie Simon has it. He gets away from Ostwald, puts another good bomb up. He can kick them high.
Doesn't.
And Drinkwater's dropped it. It's on the ground. Port's got it, and it's knocked on.
Penalty.
No, penalty. Oh,
shoulder.
Penalty.
Yeah, he came through and knocked him off the ball. Now, I think it wasn't Drinkwater, because I thought he got a clear go at this. Let's have a look. Brody Croft was taken down, so I'd say he's the one who was doing a little bit of shadowing there. Penalty might have been a bit fortuitous. You can't change your line. You can hold your ground and someone runs in the back. That's play on. But you can't change your line, whatever that means.
I think we'll see more bombs, though, from Charlie Simon. He's had success on 2 occasions. Carry out a dummy half. Boas drives him to the ground. Short of that halfway line. Croft just a little high, and that's Kelma Tuolangi. They're playing for the Victorian Thunderbolts, the under-20s for the Melbourne Storm. Playing in the Hastings Deerings competition, the QRL under-20s. But unfortunately, he's only been in the game a couple of seconds and he's injured. Or is he winded, do you think?
Yeah, well, this is the
It's
tackling.
his knee.
Might have been the tackling style of the. Oh yeah, that was a twisting action. There is some strapping on the right knee already, although he looks like he's just getting that checked. So it might have just aggravated a previous injury. But Gav, there's a bit of flamboyance coming into the Tigers' play.
Yeah, David, look, there is, and that's the way that they play, and that's the way that they play the best football, I believe. What I've been most impressed with is their defence, to be honest with you, David, and you mentioned it earlier that, you know, they're defending very, very well. You know, the PNG players, they challenge you to tackle them. They don't come in at half pace. Everything's done at 100 miles an hour, and you know, there's some big, strong men out there, and they're running full tilt at the East defensive line, and they're withstanding that force and you know, doing very well. So yeah, look, you know, the attack is typical for East, I believe, and what they built their history on. The defence, you know, is equally outstanding today.
Unfortunately, Kelma Tuolangi is going to leave the field after only playing a couple of minutes, and that's disappointing. Right knee trouble. Brett Grenke is going to come back on for an unscheduled return to the field just before half-time. 2.5 minutes to go. The Tigers leading 10-2. Tigers with the ball just outside the 30. Walters dummies to Ostwald up the middle, goes out to Blair on his left instead. Croft, a crossfield bomb, Port underneath it, jumping, it's evaded both of them on that side of the field and knocked forward by the Hunters winger is the decision. Tete eventually dived on it. That was after the knock on.
Both sides having their problems with the high ball. Good kick here by Brody Croft. That's a lot of questions. Once you get your chasers in the vicinity of where the ball is landing, there must have been that initial tap.
I think say Link Port actually ran into Junior Rao and knocked him forward away from the ball, but he got a hand on it. So the Tigers, great opportunity just before half-time. Walters from the scrum win. Drinkwater quickly to McAnally. He's taken down around the legs, one-on-one. Drinkwater over there. Walters, Ostwald, Grenke. Kafusi set up on the right-hand side. Kerry's there as well. Here it comes. Croft to Drinkwater. Lobs it out to Port. Comes back infield. Try to beat him on the outside. Still tackles in hand.
Good line of defence there by the Hunters, and driving back as well. Great intent in their defence. They won't allow an easy try here. The Tigers are going to have to earn it.
Croft hands it on to Little, steaming ahead, trying to break through. Wants a quick play the ball, gets a pretty quick play the ball. Goes to the left. Walters driving the kick in, but it's taken. And yes, knocked on. So another 60 seconds of play for the Hunters to survive here. Pretty good set put together by the Tigers.
Yeah, they're building some good pressure. A little low, awkward kick by Billy Walters. Never easy to get down and grab that at close range. It's a terrific chance for the Tigers. This could really put the cream on the first half cake, and just as importantly for